Thank you for joining the Build Overview for eSchool Data version 11.2. Today we're going to go over some of the new additions included in this release. The first items that we're going to go through are some new additions to the Linkit Zap. In coordination with Linkit, we have added additional files to the output. Now when you export your Linkit files, you're going to find some additional outputs for student attendance, student discipline, as well as student grades. You'll also find adjustments to the roster files that include additional metadata that was requested by Linkit. The next update is the addition of a calling system attendance Zap. Within Guru, in the marketplace, you'll find a new Zap for calling system attendance. What this Zap is going to do is it's going to allow you to pull in any attendance rules that have been made under interoperability partners. When creating the Zap, you'll find the calling system attendance option, and from there you'll have filters to select your attendance rule. So under interoperability partners and calling system, under the attendance tab, any rules that you have created will be available within this dropdown. This is going to allow users to create Zaps that are going to pull based off of all the rules and filters that were defined within the front-end calling system setup. This Zap is currently in its beta phase, as the frequencies for running the Zap do not yet match the abilities that you have on the front end for creating your calling system rules. So under calling system, normally you have the ability to set a schedule where you can have it occurring multiple times throughout the day. Within Guru currently, we still have the frequencies that we previously had of once, every day, every week, or every month. So this isn't 100% matching what's on the front end for the calling system. That piece will be coming in the 11.3 release. But right now, users do have the ability to create a Zap that is going to pull in the files in the form that they have created within the front end. The next updates are for Parent Portal registration settings. If you navigate to Interoperability, ESP, Settings, and Miscellaneous, you'll find a new option that allows districts to display the online registration link on the login page. What this is going to do is it's going to add an additional link to the Parent Portal login page that will specify that it's for online registration. So if the setting is on to display the online registration link on the Parent Portal login page, and you have the ability for parents to register for a Parent Portal account, they will see both of those available here on their login page. The online registration link is going to bring them to whatever form is currently published, and the Parent Portal registration is going to bring them to the same link where they would create their Parent Portal account. If the setting to not allow parents to register online is selected along with the option to display the online registration link on the login page, then the parents will only see the online registration link. The next update is for the Microsoft Teams integration with Teacher Connect. Under Interoperability, Partners, and Microsoft, you're going to see new fields available for Microsoft Teams, where the district can provide the tenant ID, client ID, and client secret. Once those are provided and set up within eSchool Data, which would be pulled from their Microsoft setup, then when a teacher logs into their gradebook, when they go to import, they're going to have this option to import from Microsoft. Since Microsoft Teams does not require teachers to enter categories, the import is going to look for an exact match on the assignment name. If the assignment name exists, then it will pull in the scores for that particular assignment. If the assignment name does not exist, then it will be added to a generic bucket called Microsoft Sync, where then the teacher can go in, edit that assignment, and associate it with the right category. From there, any subsequent imports that are done from Microsoft Teams will find that assignment as an exact match to what was previously imported, so it will not create any duplicates within that Microsoft Sync bucket. It will then know that it links to the assignment and its proper category so that there is no overlap. The final update is a cover class feature. The cover class feature comes with a new permission. So if you navigate to System, Administration, and Group Maintenance, and edit or create any new user group, you're going to go to the module level permissions under Teacher Connect, and down at the bottom, you're going to see a new option for covering class and the attendance roster. So now I'm going to log in as a user that has that permission. If we navigate to Staff and Staff Schedule Views, I'm currently logged in as a teacher that has none of their own classes, but they do have this cover class permission. So they're going to see this new icon over here for covering the class. When they select that icon, it's going to bring up this new screen that defaults to the current date. And note that you cannot change the date of this. This is just a current day covering class permission. So the teacher will not be able to change the date here regardless of whether or not they have permissions to update future or backdate previous attendance. This feature is specifically for the current day. So the staff will have it defaulted to today, and then they'll have a staff dropdown which will have all staff available in that dropdown. They're going to pick the teacher that they are covering a class for, and that's going to bring up that teacher's current schedule. From there, when they access Teacher Connect, it's going to pull up the attendance roster for that class. As you'll see, there are no other icons available on the side for this teacher to have access to. They solely have access to the teacher's attendance. If you go to the dates, they're not able to change any of the dates available, and they're not able to change to the roster, the seating chart, or course recommendations. They're also not able to change any of the settings. This permission is strictly going to allow a user to go in and change attendance for a teacher that they select. What this feature is essentially going to be used for is if there's a last minute case where a teacher needs to run out and you have another teacher that's going in and taking attendance for that particular class, instead of having to go in and assign a new role to that class to allow somebody to take attendance there, they would just be able to go in and throw this permission on for that teacher, which will then give them access to go in and cover this teacher's class just to take attendance. So we don't want them to have access to their gradebook or anything else, which if you are assigning a teacher of record role or a substitute teacher role to a class, that gives more permissions for that teacher to then see everything else in the gradebook. So this is a very limited permission that is strictly just to allow somebody to go in and record attendance and save it for that teacher so that you don't have to manage any additional roles or assignments. This is just a quick cover. Add this permission to somebody, allow them to do this, and then you can take the permission away. Now, if we're in the main application and we're looking at student attendance, we can see that their attendance was saved for this class. And although the class teacher is Larry Arney, since I was logged in as Jamie Savino, when I hover over, I can see that class attendance was taken by Jamie Savino. It does not come up as Larry Arney. So you're able to see if you do assign this permission to a teacher or a substitute and they are going in and taking attendance incorrectly, you will have the trail to be able to see who actually recorded and saved attendance for that particular class. That concludes the highlights for Release 11.2. For more information about this release, you can visit the Release Notes tab within our help site.